좋게 좋게 와 좋아 좋게 좋게 와와 좋게 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 와 Alright can you feel it can you feel it 좋게 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 와 좋아 좋게 좋게 와와 좋게 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 와 Yeah can you feel it can you feel it
Everybody 다 그대로 멈춰라 멋진 두 남자의 등장 비켜라 나로 말하자면 super lucky guy Feel it 충만하게 경기를 휘잡아 준비는 되셨나 Let's start it now 침 흘려봤자 다 끝난 싸움 절대 인정사정
Lucas sets an explosive off, killing Tammy and Glamour. Rache snatches a pair of size. Ray runs away with a lighter and some rope. Sarah, Emo, Victoria, and Abby share everything they gathered before running, while YNY stays at the cornucopia for resources. Ella severely injures Martha, but puts her out of her misery. Everyone else runs away from the cornucopia. Verser steals from Rache while they aren't looking. Dakota injures herself. Ray, Victoria, Jenna, and YNY raid Abby's camp while she is hunting. Mia received an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Eva, Ruby, Colby, and Emily hunt for other tributes. Suho tends to Sarah's wounds. Jin hunts for other tributes. Ella and Lucas hunt for other tributes. Elle sets an explosive off, killing Rhea and 8. Sarah sees a fire, but stays hidden. Verser destroys Colby's supplies while he is asleep. Victoria sets up camp for the night. Jenna revives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Mia falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Rache receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Suho receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Emily convinces Ruby to snuggle with her. Abby receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ray goes to sleep. Elle starts a fire. YNY dies from an infection. Lucas receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Dakota tried to sing herself to sleep. Eva and Jin hold hands. Ella quietly hums. Verser, Elle, Eva, and Abby hunt for other tributes. Victoria, Colby, Jin, Ray, and Suho hunt for other tributes. Rache, Sarah, and Dakota hunt for other tributes. Jenna searches for firewood. Ruby receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ella and Emily split up to search for resources. Lucas picks flowers. Rache and Lucas sleep in shifts. Jenna questions her sanity. Abby questions her sanity. Victoria forces Jin to kill Suho or Dakota. He refuses to kill, so Victoria kills him instead. Ella claims a tree to rest. Emily, Ella, Colby, and Ruby tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Verser receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sarah sets up camp for the night. Ray sets up camp for the night. Eva screams for help. Jenna kills Dakota with a sickle. Ray collects fruit from a tree. Roche's trap kills Sarah. Emily tends to Verser's wounds. Eva steals from Lucas while he isn't looking. Ella picks flowers. Abby stalks Suho. Elle picks flowers. Victoria receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Ruby receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Colby receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor.
I can tell that you came with a Disney flow, ayy. Ain't nobody ever heard about your Disney show, ayy. Got a bitch that remind me of my cereal from...
Abby stays awake all night. Ruby, Jenna, and Emily start fighting, but Jenna runs away as Ruby kills Emily. Ella, Colby, and Elle sleep in shifts. Ray cries herself to sleep. Victoria lets Suho into her shelter. Lucas fends Eva, Verser, and Rache away from his fire. Suho severely injured Ruby, but puts her out of her misery. Rache sprains his ankle while running away from Colby, Ray, Ella, and Victoria Ray Abby's camp while she is hunting. Eva goes hunting. Jenna falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Verser constructs a shack. Lucas tries to spear fish with a trident.
Heard you used to bully kids back in high school. Second part for the kill, that's what rice do. Hit it twice, this the insta, I don't like you. Gotta put this rice in this beef like...
Victoria and Abby talk about the tributes still alive. Lucas, Ray, and Rache discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Verser screams for help. Elle tends to Suho wounds. Eva convinces Ella to snuggle with her. Colby sets up camp for the night.
How you think they felt when they went home and they were dripping tears? Cheated on a good
Abby discovers a river. Eva chases Lucas. Victoria seeks smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Verser stalks Ella. Suho forces Ray to kill Rache or Colby. She decided to kill Colby. Elle sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Ray convinces Elle to snuggle with her. Abby passes out from exhaustion. Verser convinces Suho to snuggle with her. Ella thinks about home. Eva screams for help. Rache is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Victoria and Lucas run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Ray goes hunting. Lucas attacks Victoria, but she manages to escape. Ella sprains her ankle while running away from Elle. Verser constructs a shack. Abby discovers a cave. Suho and Rache work together for the day. Eva makes a wooden spear. Suho attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Verser quietly hums. Lucas tries to sing himself to sleep. Ray thinks about winning. Ella lets Victoria into her shelter. Abby looks at the night sky. Rache receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Eva is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Elle thinks about winning.
On my own 2 feet as I chat shit about you on this old school.
Ray sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Victoria, Abby, Eva and Elle raid Subby's camp while he is hunting. Lucas discovers a river. Rache picks flowers. Verser constructs a shack. Ella searches for firewood.
And your EP flopped. You need to be stopped because none of your
Elle receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Abby tried to sing herself to sleep. Lucas and Ray hold hands. Verser cannot handle the circumstances and commits. Victoria cries himself to sleep. Rache shoots an arrow at Eva, but misses and kills Suho instead. Ella receives clean water from an unknown sponsor.
stupid. It's just obscene. Your family must have some retarded gene.
The cornucopia is replenished with good supplies, weapons and memoirs from the tributes. Ray decides not to go to the feast. Elle falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Victoria decides not to go to the feast. Eva severely injured Rache but ars him out of his misery. Abby destroys Lucas's memoirs out of spite. Ella decides not to go to the feast.
Lamborghini! Lamborghini! Has anybody seen JJ?
Lucas collects fruit from a tree. Ray sets Victoria on fire with a Molotov. Eva camouflages Gerard in the bushes. Ella diverts Abby's attention and runs away.
When you left it for months, you went to LA and it's clear to see why.
Monkey mitts fill the arena. Ray survives. While running, Eva falls over and grabs Lucas on the way down. The monkey mitts kill them. Ella survives. Abby is pummeled to the ground and killed by a troop of monkey mitts.
Are you ready for this? Zimzalabim!
Ella unknowingly eats toxic berries.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the winners of the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
The winner is Ray from District 2.